Hi everyone. In this video I'm going to be reading Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel lived with their father and mother in a tiny cottage near a forest. The father was a poor woodcutter, and one night, when food was scarce, he said to his wife, "What will become of us? We have so little to eat. I am afraid the children will starve." Now the stepmother was a cruel woman who did not love the children. Indeed, she wanted to be rid of them. After the children went to bed, she said to their father, "Tomorrow morning we will take Hansel and Gretel into the forest and leave them there. They will not be able to find their way home again, and we will not have to worry about them anymore." "Oh no," cried the father, "I cannot do that to my poor children." But the wicked woman forced him to agree to the plan. The two children, who were still awake in the next room, heard everything. Gretel began to weep bitterly, but Hansel comforted her. "Don't cry, Gretel," he said. "I shall take care of you. I will think of something, never fear." At dawn next morning, the stepmother awakened the children. "Get up," she said. "Your father is going to the forest, and you are going with him. Here is a piece of bread for your dinner. Save it till then. You will not get any more." As the father and the children made their way into the forest, Hansel broke tiny crumbs off the crust of bread and dropped them along the path. "We will find our way back by following the crumbs," he whispered to Gretel. At last they were deep in the forest. The father told the children to rest while he went off to chop wood, but he did not return. Soon it was dark, and the children fell asleep in each other's arms. When morning came at last, the children looked round for the breadcrumbs that Hansel had dropped, but not so much as one could be found. The birds had eaten them all up. The children started to walk through the forest, and after many hours they came to a most unusual house made of cookies and cakes and candy. The roof was made of gingerbread, which was covered with vanilla icing. They ran toward it eagerly. Hansel and Gretel broke off some chocolate cookies and were just about to nibble on them when the door to the house opened. Out came an old woman, leaning on a cane. "Don't be frightened," she said sweetly to the children. "Come inside and have a proper meal. You must be hungry and tired." In a very short time, after having eaten some delicious pancakes and milk for supper, the children were fast asleep in two clean beds. Now this old woman, who seemed so kind, was really a wicked witch who wanted nothing more than to gobble up children, once they were fat enough. Hansel was chosen to be eaten first. The next day, the witch took him by the hand, led him to a cage, and pushed him inside and locked the cage door. Then the witch said to Gretel, "Hansel will be baked in a pie today, and you must help make the oven hot. Fetch some wood and start a fire at once." Gretel cried bitterly at the very thought, but she has to do as she was told. The old witch had no mercy. Soon the wood crackled and blazed. "The oven must be hot enough now," said the witch at last. "Open the door, Gretel, and tell me." Gretel opened the oven door and felt the heat, but she said, "It is not hot enough to bake a pie." "Nonsense," declared the witch. "You can't tell that way. You must do it like this." And she put her own head in the opening to peer within. But so anxious and hasty was the wicked witch that she lost her balance and fell inside the oven. Instantly clouds of smoke poured forth. Gretel quickly shut the oven door. Gretel dashed over to open the cage and let Hansel out. The two children kissed and hugged each other happily, knowing now that the witch could do them no harm. Suddenly the oven split open with a loud bang. A shower of gold and silver coins rained down upon the children, and there, where the oven had been, was a gingerbread cake in the shape of the old witch. complete even to her cane. The children's father rushed in then, as if to make the joy complete, to tell the children that their stepmother had gone away, never to return. With all of the gold and silver coins that they gathered together, they never went hungry again and lived happily and well for many a year. The end.